Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am back after taking a year-long hiatus from posting anything. I actually recorded like 5 videos throughout the past year, edited them, just never posted them. I didn't really feel like they were as creative as I know I can be, or whatever. So that's kind of where I've been. But with that being said, I'm so excited to be sharing today's video, which is 10 tips to be more productive this fall if you find that your school is going to be online again, or if you're working from home. I feel like these are very versatile for school environments or work environments. I found these tips out through trial and error during my spring quarter, which, if you're not familiar with where I go to school at Savannah College of Art and Design, and I'm an interior design student. I'll be going into my junior year in the fall, and figured out what worked best for me and what kind of didn't work. Maybe all of these aren't for you, but to pick and choose ones that maybe you want to try out. I know it's a bummer that we're still online, but hopefully this time around, you know what works for you, and take some of these tips and put them towards being more successful, more productive this fall. So my very first tip is going to be get yourself a planner. This is the biggest piece of advice I could give you to stay organized from the beginning. I have this one from Target. You can get them whatever you like. I'm kind of particular with my planners. I like a lot of space in the daily I don't know, whatever it's called here. It gives you a lot of space. But along with this planner, I actually will go ahead and print out from Google a monthly calendar for the month. So say you start school in August. You print out the August calendar and you go through your syllabi for all your classes, highlight all of the due dates that I can find, and put those into my planner, but I'll also put them on the printed monthly calendar, and I can see, well, what's going to be due next. I am a color coding person. Color is very important to me. I say that with literally a black and white background. I love myself highlighters for keeping my planner and calendars organized. Those are some ways I can get organized from the get-go, which is going to be super important to set up for success. My second tip is going to be to get in some exercise or some movement before your first class. Getting up before your 8 a.m. can really just suck. But I did notice that when I started working out before class, I noticed how much more energetic I was during class and able to actually pay attention and focus. So getting those endorphins, getting some movement in before your class, I feel like will just make you more prepared and more focused for class. And when I say workout, that can mean doing a home workout, or if your gyms are open, going to the gym, or it can literally mean doing 100 jumping jacks. Anything to get your blood moving. My number 3 tip, which is to make sure that you're eating and drinking water. This sounds so silly to say this, but I feel like we all realize it's so easy to forget to eat or drink water. You're sitting in front of your computer doing work, and it is so hard to remember, shoot, when was the last time I ate a full meal, or when was the last time I drank a glass of water? Scheduling your time to eat, maybe putting a reminder in your phone that, you know what, I'm going to eat a snack. You won't feel starved at the end of the day. And I also know that I was not drinking enough water at the beginning of quarantine because I'd get to the end of the day and I'd have the worst headache, and then I'd realize, I only had a bottle of water. That's not enough to keep you hydrated the whole day. I have an app actually that I can share. It sends me reminders to drink. With that, I find that meal prepping my food and having food that's easily accessible to just grab and go, it's a lot easier to eat those meals. I actually am going to be filming a week in my life eating as a dairy-free and gluten-free person, coincided with a meal prepping video that I think I'm going to be posting next week. So keep an eye out for that. If you would like tips on how to make sure that you're eating, on a time schedule, and, just seeing what I eat, I feel like those videos are always interesting. My next tip, number 4, is going to be make sure you find a space to work. And this space cannot be your bed. And I say that with love, but it cannot be your bed. We all know how easy it is to lay in bed, open your computer, and fall back asleep. I also find from personal experience that it's a lot harder to separate relaxation time with work time if you're working from your bed. That being said, it doesn't have to be, go out and buy a desk and a chair and make yourself like an office. It can literally be sitting at your kitchen table, if you have a basement, sitting in your basement. If it's nice out where you live, sitting outside and working, just so that you can separate your work relaxation space. That's really helpful for your mind too, so it doesn't get confused. You don't want to be thinking about work while you're laying in bed. My number 5 tip is going to be make your family, your roommates, your housemates, whoever you live with, make them aware of your class schedule. I think a lot of people have found that it makes your life so much easier when you know if someone you live with is going to be on a Zoom call to not be making noise or not be in the kitchen being loud. You'll let whoever you live with know your schedule, that you want privacy and for it to be somewhat quiet. It leaves a lot of stress out of the picture, and it will make you less irritated or people less irritated with you. My number 6 tip is to set boundaries for yourself. Setting office hours. Like I was saying with separating your office from your bed, you need to create a start and an end time for yourself. Figure out, when you want to start and when you want to end working. You know what? Come 6 p.m., I'm done working until tomorrow at 8 a.m. Whatever office hours work for you. Because if you don't set office hours, it's so easy to sit at your desk all day long doing work because, you don't have to go home. You don't have to get in your car and drive home. You don't have to get on the bus, whatever. So set those same boundaries for yourself that you would if you were at school. My number 7 tip is to time breaks. Set reminders for breaks. Take your breaks. Like I was saying with eating, if you sit down at your desk all day, it's so hard to remember, oh, I need to get up and eat or whatever. You can have that time to relax for a few minutes, go to the bathroom, get what you need to get done, and then you can go back into your work feeling more refreshed. Whereas, if you're just chugging through your work all day long, not taking any breaks, feel like by the end of the day, you're feeling miserable, you're feeling just absolutely drained. My number 8 tip is to be social. It's such a different experience for us right now. You're not going to class, you're not going to work, you're not seeing your friends and being in that in-person learning environment, which is tough. It's definitely difficult. But when we're starting this new fall semester quarter, make an effort to try and get to know your classmates somehow. Maybe, if you recognize someone from one of your classes previously, you could find them on Instagram or DM them, whatever. I did that with people in the spring all the time. I'd be like, oh, I know him, I know her. Let me send them a DM and be like, hey, did you get the homework for, whatever. So I also know that I would schedule a FaceTime with my friends every other day, just so we could talk about our day. That way you weren't having to talk to, your parents, your siblings, your roommates, same people you talk to every day about your day. It was just a nice breath of fresh air, and it's also really important to continue socializing. My 9th tip is going to be, seems silly, but it's to get blue light blocking glasses. I have 2 pairs, I actually have 3. I don't know where this came in a 2-piece set. They are so important if you are sitting in front of a computer all day doing your work. You need to be protecting your eyes.
I sound like a mom saying that.
I'm serious. I have pretty bad vision, and the blue light in your screens on your phone will deteriorate your vision. That's also what causes dryness and screen headaches. Save yourself headaches. Literally save yourself headaches and get some. I can link the ones I have from Amazon down below. Seriously, invest in yourself. Invest in your eyes. And my last, and I feel most important tip is going to be number 10. Give yourself grace. This is such a hard time in our lives right now. Something that no one could have predicted. But I believe in you. I know that you can do this. We all can do this. We made it through the spring. One of the hardest times we have gone through. We figured it out and we made it through. So, if you find yourself disappointed that your school is online for the fall, just know you are able to push through in the spring. You can 100% do this again. It's only temporary. We will get back to normal at some point. Take some of these tips, work towards being more productive, but also if you get into a productivity lull and you are not being productive, give yourself grace. This is so different. this is challenging, and especially if you and your family or your friends have been affected in more ways than just coronavirus. There's a lot of things that happen from the pandemic beyond just being sick, and just give yourself grace. You don't have to be perfect. No one's perfect, especially in these times. So please be kind to yourself. You can do this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm so excited to be back and sharing a video that I really feel is so important, now in today's world. And I also really hope that this is helpful for you. If you have any questions at all or suggestions, let me know. But yeah, bye guys.